Today, we're going to be talking about how is this already easy. So this is for you if you want to make going after your goals so much easier. The first thing you can do is simply ask yourself, how is this already easy? What about this is easy? Because there might be parts that right now feel really hard, but there are also parts that feel really easy. And I want you to really break this down. So let's say that I was going to teach a class and my brain was freaking out. And it's like, oh, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be all these things. What I would do is just ask myself, how is it already easy? What is easy about it? And the first thing that comes to mind, especially when we break it down, is like, okay, I just have to open my computer. I just have to put on my microphone. I just have to open the application, right? What parts of it is easy, especially if you really break it down? Because when you start to do that, you're training your brain to look for the ways that it's easy. And so, what it will do is it will start to look for other things that are easy about it, which will then have you feeling like it's so much easier because now you have all of this evidence that this is easy and that it's possible that it could be easy. The second thing is I like to compare it to something that's really hard. So for me, I like to compare things to like going outside and like shoveling dirt, where I'm like, okay, I could teach a class and I could sit in my office and it's air conditioned and I can sit here and I can have fun and I can talk to people all without leaving my house. Or I could be outside shoveling dirt and that would be so much harder. So what I like to do is I just kind of like to have fun with it and play around with it. I'm like, oh, you know what would be harder than that? Would be like having to get my car and like drive somewhere to do it. I like to really play around with like what is harder than this? Because when we start to compare it to something that's harder, it's like, oh yeah, this is a lot easier than I thought it was. So playing around with both of those things. How is it already easy? What about it is easy? And then also could start to compare it to something that's hard so that your brain can start to say, oh yeah, actually this is easy. And then just keep expanding upon that. Another question you can ask yourself is what would make this easier? Because sometimes when we don't even ask ourselves that question, we're not looking for ways to make it easier. Like we might be doing things that are making it harder on us.